Hello and welcome to the Crochet Business School podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Thomas, and today I want to tell you all about the Crochet Business Blueprint. So in last week's episode, I told you I had something coming and that I was going to tell you more about the blueprint. This is it. So let's tell you all about it. So over the last 10 weeks, we've been talking about why selling what you make isn't working and what you can do instead, and all the steps that you kind of need to go through both practically and mentally to make that change in your crochet business. What the blueprint is me helping you go through that process of working the way through of taking your business where you sell what you make and changing it into something that has recurring income and that is actually going to make you a living without leaving you exhausted, without you having to work 60, 70 hours a week just to make minimum wage. And that gives you time to enjoy life. Your crochet business shouldn't be a slog. It shouldn't take over your life. It shouldn't be the thing that you are stressing about every time you take time off. What you want is a business that works for you, and not you working for it. If you want a flexible lifestyle, be able to work the hours you want, when you want, work part-time, but still make a full-time income, your crochet business can do that for you. But you need to have recurring income. We kind of get sold this myth when we start selling what we make that it is possible to make a lot of money from it. But the reality is that that is incredibly difficult. The time versus the profit that you make, it just doesn't add up. And so the reality for most crochet business owners is that they either end up giving up because they just don't see a way around it, or because they're just too exhausted to take it any further. The blueprint, I'm going to show you the way. And we will do this together, step by step, so that you go from a crochet business that is leaving you exhausted and broke to one that actually makes you a profit that pays the bills and allows you to live your life. It is very possible. And you have 7 different ways that you can make that happen. So the blueprint is 90 days, and we're going to go through the whole thing from start to finish. We start with a quiz, and that is going to help you narrow down your options. So these 7 options, 7 doesn't sound like a lot of options, but actually when you get into what they involve, it's a lot. It's quite overwhelming. So although we're not going to say, no, you can't do these things because the quiz doesn't line up with that, what the quiz is there for is to give you an idea of what would work best for you. And then you can dive into the library. So there is a library of knowledge about each of the 7 different ways of making money from your crochet. So from crochet patterns, YouTube, blogs, affiliate marketing, courses, ebooks, the lot. And it's a deep dive into how all of them work, what platforms you can use, what type of things you can create, and the kind of price ranges that it works for. We go into all of them. With that amount of information, it can be quite overwhelming, but the quiz is your guide of where to start. So by all means, go through all 7, but the quiz gives you an idea of where to start so you're not completely overwhelmed about what maybe suits you and what doesn't. And then we have live calls. So that every 2 weeks, and we jump on live together, there'll be a bit of coaching from me, but mostly it's going to be Q&A from you. What do you need to know? What are your questions? What are you struggling with? Let's make it happen, because this is your chance to figure out how everything works. Now, I have dabbled in pretty much every way of making money from crochet through recurring income because I'm curious that way. I'm too curious for my own good, and I've tried them all, basically. I know what's going on. I know how each of them works. I know what suits me, and I know what doesn't, and I know why. and you can pick my brains to figure out what's best for you. And this is the whole point of the thing. I'm not teaching you how to do what I do. I'm showing you what your options are, what the pitfalls are, what the pros and cons of each of them are, so that you can make a decision to make a crochet business that works for you. And everyone is different. What works for one person isn't going to work for somebody else. So it's really important that we create a business for you that works around your lifestyle, that works around your strengths, and works around what you enjoy, because there's no point doing this if you don't enjoy it. So we want to choose the option that works best for you. And we're going to do that through the calls. There is a community group as well, so you can post your questions in there and connect with everyone else going through the blueprint. And then at the end of the 90 days, you're going to come out with your roadmap, your personalized path of what your crochet business is going to be doing for the next 90 days. So the blueprint itself is a 90-day program. You're going to leave with a roadmap for what you're going to be doing for the next 90 days. So you're going to have everything you need to get this crochet business up and running and start making the money that you need. Now, let's be clear that this is not a quick fix. The blueprint takes work. You are going to have to put the work in. I'm not going to do the work for you. I can't do that. It's your business. That's how it needs to happen. But what I can do is help guide you. I can answer your questions and I can help you figure out what's best for you. But the decisions are yours. Now, if you can't make the live calls, don't worry. Everything is recorded and gets placed into the library so you can catch up later. The blueprint is for you if you need support, if you need structure, if you need a guiding hand through this process. Because knowing what to do and actually getting done are two very different things. It's just not always easy to do these things by yourself. Having accountability, having that support on hand to help the second guessing, because we all do it. We all get stuck in our own heads and start wondering if we're making the right decision. I can help you with that. If you are second guessing yourself, if you have got those mind monkeys raging away, telling you that this is a silly idea, why are you bothering? I can help you with that too. I'm straight talking. I will tell you as it is. And the best thing you can do for your crochet business and for the dream you have of making a living from it is setting yourself up for the long-term future. We want to create a sustainable crochet business that not only brings you the profit that you need, but gives you the chance to live your life. We want time. You want the money to be able to pay the bills and still have time to live. And that's what we're going to create for you. So you don't need to have a clear direction going in. You just need to be ready to make that change of embracing new ideas, of embracing new possibilities, and be open to new things and setting up something new. So the blueprint starts in September. And it's going to be a small group. I'm only opening up to 8 places. And it's so that we can have the time with each other and I can give everyone all the attention that they need. So the blueprint is $397 or 3 monthly payments of $133. And that covers the entire 90 days. That covers your 90-day roadmap. And then if you still want support after you finish the blueprint, there's going to be a alumni community, and that will be $27 a month. So you can continue getting support even after you finish the blueprint. That is entirely optional. You don't have to stay. I would love it if you did. I would love to see what you create. And I can be there to support you the whole way. So $397 for the 90-day blueprint. That's in dollars. And we're going to start in September and we're going to finally get this done. Once the kids are back in school, there's no excuses left. Let's turn your crochet business into a profit-making machine. And your next Christmas could look so different from the ones before. When I stopped selling what I made and turned to writing crochet patterns, best decision ever. I tripled my income within 6 months, and I've never regretted it. What I did regret was not doing it sooner, because the exhaustion, the constant stressing, the having to deal with packages going missing, wondering if I'm going to get any orders this week, wondering if I'm going to run out of yarn for this product that I have, and do I have to order more before I get more sales in? All that stress went away. And you kind of don't realize just how stressful it is until it stops. But wouldn't you love just to be able to have your evenings back to yourself? To not have to be obligated to crochet every chance you get, and instead get the love of your crochet back, get the freedom to crochet when you want, what you want. This is taking back control, not over only your crochet, but of your time, of your stress levels. Let's bring those down and create the business that's right for you. Now, I understand if this is a really big investment for you. It's a lot of money. I'm not blind to that. But there are other ways I can help you too. So if you're not ready for the blueprint, then if you've been following this podcast series, then you know there's a workbook called Map Your Path. It's free to download, and the steps you need to take are in there. You can do this process by yourself. It will take longer than if you have that guidance to help you through, but there is no reason why you can't do that for yourself if you want to. Listen back to the podcast in the series. They're all in the playlist. I will link that beneath in the comments. And I'll also link to the Map Your Path workbook. Download that and the steps are there. If you want the middle ground, then I've got Kelly on Call. It's where you get me in a private Voxer chat and we can talk through things. I can answer your questions. And that is $79 for the first month, and then it drops down to $49 every month after that. And that's because you just ask all your questions in the first month, so there's a lot more work involved. And with that, there comes a free audit of your site. Now, you can claim that audit in straight away, or you can claim it further down the line. It's entirely up to you. So you can wait until you've got your new business up and running and set before you ask for the audit and get my opinion on where your crochet business is heading. So there's 3 different options for you. You've got the blueprint, which starts in September. The link is in the show notes. And that's $397 or 3 payments of $133. You've got the free Map Your Path workbook, which will help you through the steps that you need to take. Or the middle ground, Kelly on Call, $79 for the first month, $49 for every month after that, with a free audit of your crochet business thrown in there as well. All the links you need are in the show notes, and I cannot wait to get started. So if you have any questions about the blueprint, please do let me know. You can put them into the comments, or you can email me at hello@crochetbusinessschool.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the blueprint. And please ask away for those questions, and thank you for watching. And I shall see you next time for the next episode. Bye for now.